two brothers went out to play and saw a group of kids practicing baseball in the distance. The brothers walked over and asked to join them in practice. However, the tall kid looked down on Gray, who was wearing leg braces. He firmly refused and believed that Gray was just asking for trouble. Despite the laughter and ridicule from the crowd, Gray didn't give up. He stopped his brother, who was about to leave, and proposed to challenge the tall kid. Seeing Gray's determination, the tall kid readily accepted the challenge. Gray held the baseball bat and stared intently at his opponent. However, not only did Gray miss the first pitch, but he also accidentally fell to the ground. This moment immediately drew laughter from the crowd. His brother, who was standing next to him, was worried about Gray's physical condition and tried to persuade him to give up the challenge. But Gray wasn't willing to concede. He made a bold decision. He smashed his legs with the wooden bat in his hand. After a moment of pain, Gray raised the baseball bat. And at that moment, his legs broke free from their restraints. When the ball was thrown, Gray swung with all his might. This time, he hit his opponent's ball with precision. At dinner time, the whole family's faces were beaming with smiles. The father, who had just returned, was a bit puzzled until his son stood up from beside him. He then realized that his son's legs no longer had the braces. At this moment, the father was extremely excited. He hugged his son and immediately decided to take the family out for a nice meal to celebrate this hard-earned surprise. Not long after, the small town formed a baseball team, and Gray wanted to join. However, the coach stated that parental consent was required on the agreement before allowing them to play. Looking at the agreement, Gray knew that his father would definitely not agree. But his dream was just one step away, and no matter what, he didn't want to give up. After returning home that night, he mustered up the courage to hand the agreement to his father. As expected, his father firmly refused. He was worried that this sport would cause irreversible damage to Gray's body. Without his father's support, Gray could only stand outside the fence every day, watching the people inside training. Gray's brother knew that this was the dream Gray had always persisted in, so he decided to forge his father's handwriting and sign the agreement.